Hey guys, what's going on? RJ here with you for another King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online video. And today I'm gonna get into the segment I wanted to get into, in middle of December, but Christmas and everything happens. So this might turn into a bit of a longer one, but it is the state of the game. I want to just go into what's been happening in the game. Brief overview. Don't want to go too deep into anything, but just a brief overview of what's happened, the things that we've gotten released, the bugs that we've had to deal with. There's quite a few of them. Some of them got fixed, which is nice. They do seem to be working on things, but like I said in one of my most recent videos from New Year's, this game has turned into a hot mess in certain aspects with some of the things that they were doing, and I want to look at what's coming up for all of us on the horizon, right? So first up, a couple of bugs we got going on. The first bug that's been driving me insane is the club battle bug. And I don't know if it's been fixed or not, but it's been driving me nuts on finals nights. And it's basically where your teams are losing half of their health every single round for absolutely no reason. I don't know if it's still going on. Let's see. No, it actually doesn't seem to still be going on. So maybe they fixed it in the last patch that just came out. Yeah, because normally you'd have your one fight, and then your team would go down by half, and then down by half, and it wasn't that your team was taking damage, it was just they were losing half of their life. I think my club has lost club battle on Saturday night in the finals for like the last month because of that bug. Because we operate with less players, but we seem to have more power, and it doesn't go over well in that area. We also had the tournament bug rear its ugly head again, where people were getting like 56 wins or 100 losses. I don't know, it was crazy, but they fixed that one up pretty fast too. One of the other bugs during Christmas that was really bugging people, we had that Goniko Nightmare Geese dual draw, and you pull in the bar to try to get the fighter, and then it comes up when you finally pull the fighter, you can pick either Goniko or Tengu. You were given Mr. Karate or Goniko, but everywhere it showed Nightmare Geese. So I actually was wondering what they were going to do about this, because it comes up on the screen. It's not like you get a box, you got to pick one of the fighters right there on the screen, right? So I had my one clubmate, Takao, keep me updated on this, because he went in on that draw and he pulled, and he wanted Nightmare Geese, and he was given the choice of Nico or Tengu, and so I don't know who he picked. He picked one of them because you have to pick somebody right there, but he threw in the bug report, and I think it was about a week later, what the developers did was they sent him a box. I thought they'd give a 1 of 2 box, let you select either Nico or Nightmare Geese, but they actually just sent him a 4-star Nightmare Geese box, but he also got to keep the fighter that he drew from the original Lucky Draw. So yeah, it was a really annoying bug that really bothered people, but if it affected you and you wrote into the developers about it, that you wanted Nightmare Geese and you weren't able to get him, you get to keep, you would have gotten to keep the fighter that you drew for however many diamonds, then you'd still get Nightmare Geese at 4-star. So I mean, man, that's if you had the foresight, you could have got 2 bosses for 1 pull, basically, right? So that's a bug. I think that they covered themselves quite well on that by letting people keep the fighter. I don't know. I was gonna wait to pass judgment on them, but at the end of the day, I think the developers made it right for people. What else was there? I think that was kind of it for like the major bugs. I mean, we still got the achievement bug going on. the one thing, if you guys see randomly that you've got a red dot on your achievement, don't even bother to open it because it bugs out, it drops your priority. I don't know, I've asked them about it, but it's actually a display bug. It'll drop you by a couple thousand priority if you have all the achievements done, probably less if you don't have them all done, but you just have to log out and then log back in, and the priority drop will reset. So it's kind of a display thing that does fix itself. You just need to log out, then log back in. So that's one that can be taken care of, but it's just annoying. You know, if you get a random achievement pop up in the corner, you know, and you know you haven't done anything, it means the bug hit you. You just want to log out and then log back in. It'll fix itself. You know, some of the newer things that we've gotten updated. We got our peak battle updated with new fighters. If you guys have been noticing. Especially in the 8 elements mode. It was a mode that was a little more restricted. It was fun for a while because they didn't have all the bosses in 8 elements, but the 8 elements mode has now been updated, so be careful when 8 elements mode comes out. There's a lot of new API 15s. All the API 14s are in there. I remember that mode was great because they didn't have Neskio in there yet, but you could grab Crazy Ori, so it made Crazy Ori a lot more powerful not having that counter to him. But now in Peak Battle 8 element mode, Neskio's in there. Along with all the other 14s and quite a few 15s now too, so they're keeping that updated. We've had our ultimate battle updated with all the new bosses pretty much. Tongue's in there, but if you go into ultimate battle, I don't know if I can get in there right now to the roster. No, I probably can't. No, it's all closed off. But if you have Tongue or you've purchased Tongue to use him, he actually gets hidden like way down in the turtle section and like the API 13s and 12s. So if you have him, you try to remember that he's there. I forgot about him one day this week, and I lost horribly because I forgot I own Tongue, right? And he's 4th gate, so it really makes a big difference. What else did they get going here? You know, we had all those Christmas events. I hope you guys enjoyed those because we won't see nothing like that for a long while. It's been so long since I did this video. I wanted to do it in December, so it's kind of like December, early January. But like we had War God Fight Soul come out on us, really strong Fight Soul, and within the next couple of weeks, they've just updated it again, where we're gonna get the Goddess Fight Soul. So Goddess Fight Soul is going to be, this is the newest one now, but it's meant for female teams, and it actually says here it can only be equipped and take effect on female fighters. So don't think that like you can grab it on a male fighter and get this, you know, 8% res rate and defense, you know, dropping and releasing skills, because hey, the first 2 levels of this, like you could throw that on a male fighter, right? At least that's what you think, but in the description it says it can only be equipped by females. So if you're not running a mostly female team, or like at least you have like maybe 3 or 4 of them on your team, even 2 females might benefit from this, you know, because it goes, you know, round 3, 2 random female fighters get full rage. Well, if you only have 2 female fighters, you know who's getting it, so it can still be really powerful if you run a few females. But don't try to get it and stick it on a male fighter, because I don't think they can even equip it. But then we also got the War God Fight Soul last month, and it's really good. It is worth it. All levels of this are actually really good. The only one I don't really like is number 4, because it's kind of specific for, you know, somebody having that War God influence from up here on them. So it's only in every odd round they even get that. But you know, that big dance, that's kind of like on par with a rune burst, right? Every other round. So like it can definitely come in handy. And if you think of some of the fighters with the skill moves that they have, this 60% increase can be absolutely lethal. So it's a very good fight soul as well. So those have come out. I'm sure we're actually going to get another event for the Goddess Fight Soul. And they, you know, traditionally now, out of the last few draws that we've had for these Fight Souls, they've been doing the 7,000 spend 7,000 reward level and the spend 15,000 reward level. They're very worth it. I might actually just skip this month because I need to save. Christmas was brutal. I spent so many diamonds on the 6,800 red selectable rune chests. Those, you can't pass those up. And they had API 15 boss weapons on for 14,000 diamonds. I mean, I went for both of those and put myself way down in diamonds. If you check my Tengu crit video, I think I actually literally went down to 100 diamonds at one point. But the spend events got me back up to 7,000, and here I am back where I am, right? So those are the Fight Souls that have come out. I think next we might be seeing Lich next, but there's actually only 2 more Fight Souls that you know, are even known about for our global server. There's 9 Fight Souls in total. I don't know what the other 2 are. I have no translation on them or anything. I don't even know where to find them. I've been looking, but we only have Storm Soul and Lich coming up next, and they seem to be doing it every month. So expect Lich or Storm Soul next month, right? They're gonna just bring them all out, and I think they're gonna keep doing these events. And if you just do the 15,000 each time, you don't have to go all the way to 40, but the 15,000 gets you 3 books and quite a decent amount of Orochi blood. So it's a good place to go to level your Fight Soul up over time. But again, it's like 15,000 diamonds a month. So that, you know, if you're getting the 55k bandit and spending 15,000 diamonds a month on this thing, that's most of your monthly spending taken up right there by going for the Fight Soul. So be careful with that. Don't get too overjoyed over getting those 15,000 reward levels every month. You might have to skip a couple, right? We've gotten a few new characters. The characters we got out recently, if you've been living under a rock, let's just go check them out real quick. And by check them out, I mean look at the picture and mention their name. We got Shunny Boy. He got released recently. I threw a video together on him. And we also got Jahan Hoon, another API 14. We don't actually have a way to get Jahan right now. He could actually be given out for free as like a Valentine's Day thing. I don't know. Much like they gave us Heineko, an API 13, and they also gave they updated all the VIP packs and stuff, and Alluring May was given out for a first recharge fighter. So if you recharge anything, you can pick up the pack for an API 15 May. She's pretty much free as long as you're willing to spend $1 on the game, pretty much. But those are the new fighters. Heineko, honestly, I don't think anybody's really going to use her. Yeah, she's another female tank, so you have an option other than Mary. She's got a 2-turn stun, 50% chance to stun. It lasts 2 rounds, but keep that in mind for peak battle, because that 50% stun for 2 rounds, if you get that stun off, it's a 2-round stun. That can be absolutely huge in peak battles. So, and she's got a crazy good block rate, right? So she's an okay tank for like peak battle and stuff, but other than that, maybe okay for some female teams. But she was given out for free at Christmas, along with Nameless. He was also given out for free, but he's old news, right? For the S-Maxes, we have recently, last month we got Flame Kyo's S-Max, so if you guys have gone ahead and gotten Flame Kyo's S-Max, good for you, man, because it's actually really powerful. A guy on my server has it right now, and after I saw it, it was like, yeah, okay, it's good, but, personally, for my team, I've invested way too much in a few other fighters. I would need to get my Flame Kyo up to 6-star and get 2 weapons and blah blah blah. That's why I'm not going for it right now. I'm focusing on, you know, myself. I got Tengu up here over Christmas. I got his S-Max going. I got, you know, Nightmare Geese going. I still need to get a weapon for him, but I was way back at Firegate during Christmas, and then again, you know, Tongue, I had to bring him up. I'm going for his S-Max. I need a weapon for him, 2 weapons for him. I mean, you got to pick and choose, right? So Flame Keo, even though it's a good S-Max, he's getting the short end of the stick in my team. You know, and then we're also at the end of this month, well, it's released right now. If you're a Mega Whale and you picked up the weapons for it ahead of time, we also got Saki's S-Max. I don't actually have him, but his S-Max is now available right now if you have the weapons. But if you don't have the weapons, his redraw will be at the end of this month along with another weapon egg. And his S-Max makes him real dirty. This is the moment that Saki users have been waiting for because he sucks, but without his gates, he's mediocre with his 4th gate, but his S-Max makes him awesome. He can get to the point where he can one-shot back row DPS fighters with that S-Max, because the main feature of his S-Max is that it turns his defense, whatever his defense is, that gets added on to his attack for his ultimates. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it, because that's crazy. I've seen a let's just check out this one guy's Saki. He's got a crazy Saki. Rockstar. He's buffed the crap out of his Saki. Look at that defense. Look at that attack. Imagine combining them. You know what I mean? That's like what? 74,000 attack and change. 374,000 attack on a tank hitting you with ultimates. Oh man, you're gonna be in pain. Whole lot of pain. If you got guys on your server bringing up Saki S-Max, watch out for that at the end of the month, because that he can make an impact on arena. I've seen a couple of arena fights. He can tank very, very well. So if you can't kill him quickly, he's just going to start, you know, going after your back row guys and killing off people one by one. Watch out for him. Watch out for those Saki users. The other thing we've gotten, how do I get into this menu real quick? How do I get into it real quick? Maybe through here. I'll touch my striker. Because we've gotten, who got it? Who's become a striker recently? Ignis has recently become a striker. I think this was last month. He actually makes a pretty good striker. You know, not bad. But again, he works well with the new Genesis team with Instinct Diori, right? If Instinct Diori is deployed, blah 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 blah, increase our front row block power by 12% and back row crit power, and then yeah, it gets a little bit better. Front row block power 24%, back row crit power 16%. He can do his S-Max, you know. Since the second time switch to whole alt, which means the AoE alt, fewer people, higher damage. You know, damage increases by 20%, use chances. He can make a really good striker. He's not bad at all. Pretty good striker, not gonna lie. But again, boss strikers, they are rather expensive, so you gotta really pick and choose with your boss strikers. And then the other one we got, she just came out, it's Kula. Right? Kula is now a striker. So we're probably going to see a striker aid doll machine for Kula coming up in the next couple of weeks, because her aid got released, but I don't think we've had the aid doll machine for her. So that's definitely coming up. But yeah, if you want to check her out, you know, fewer enemies, higher damage. She does her AoE damage. But yeah, down here, we're getting to the point where the you know, the strikers are getting their S-Max in their alts. You don't need to have S-Max in her 8 elements, not at all. It's specifically for this. It's right here with red. Use new alt, freeze chance increased to 90%, freeze rage chance increased to 90% effective against exclusive skill. I don't know what that means. But either way, she can freeze you, or she can, you know, freeze your rage. So she actually, you know, a lot of these boss strikers, they're really good. you know. What else did we get here? Battle Pass. We got Battle Pass. That's new since the last update. I'm sure everybody knows what Battle Pass is, but it seems to be a monthly thing now. It's, you know, this month is Magikai. Last month was, I think, Mukai. But these things are like 30 bucks a month for the Advanced Battle Pass, which, if you're going to spend money on the game, it's actually pretty good value for what it is. But if you're not going to spend money on the game, and not get the Battle Pass, that's okay too, because this goes up to level 60 for free-to-play players, and free rewards are free rewards. You know what I mean? They've updated all the quests, which is kind of nice, but they actually updated them again recently, and they've added SP onto some of the quests, right? So, you know, it's not bad. They're giving us a lot of little bonuses like this, throwing SP into things. You know, the other thing for the next month, I think it is, yeah, 21 days. You know, you do these tasks and you get a bonus 60 SP every day. And these tasks are not hard. Elite Campaign 5 times, Gold Rush 2 times, Team Battle 3 times. These are things you're going to do anyways. If you ain't doing these things, you're simply not even playing the game. The only one is maybe the Elite Campaign, because you got to do 3 for your quest, so this is an extra 2 Elite Campaigns for 10 energy. Why not, right? So that's alright, but at the same time, Facebook stamina also stopped working again, so hey, it just kind of evens out, you know what I mean? But I think that's it for what they've added in the last little while. I tried to write a few things down, but yeah, that's about it. And upcoming bosses that we can look forward to. We've got Shunny now, and Silent Soldier Leona won the Facebook poll. So Silent Soldier Leona is going to be the first one of the 2 to be released, to quote their wording. Will we get both? I think so, with the way they worded it, right? But you know, I really think we're going to probably see Silent Soldier Leona next as the next boss. Past that, you know, if it isn't Silent Soldier Leona, we could probably see Shion, the person that works good on either male or female teams and switches gender accordingly to, you know, line up with your team. So it's a fighter that works for pretty much any type of formation. Really strong fighter. Not really meta changing, but definitely a strong fighter to look out for. But then, you know, we also have Silent Soldier Leona, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are hyped up about that. But it also puts a bit of a question mark as to, you know, where is Caddy Leona going to fit into all this, right? Because maybe they'll do back-to-back Leona draws. I don't know. I don't know how they're really going to handle it. Or maybe they'll even do a mid-month draw for Caddy Leona. Like, they might sneak her in somewhere, because she didn't win the poll, so maybe that means she's not as popular to the developers. I don't know. I know she's still got some good votes in there, but who knows where they're going to stick her in. But I really think we're going to see Silent Soldier Leona coming up next, and if it's not her coming up next, then it'll probably be Shion, because we're getting to the end of the Southeast Asia draw order, because their servers shut down after Shion. And we've pretty much been following Southeast Asia's release order, other than Nightmare Geese. Nightmare Geese made me think that they were going to flip the order, but they just released Nightmare Geese and then went right back to the order. And we're basically coming up on the month where I think Nightmare Geese should have been released, and I think Silent Soldier Leona is going to take her place, or Caddy Leona is going to take his place in the draw order. And then it's kind of like the Wild West. It's a real big guessing game as to how they're going to start releasing bosses once they get past Shion, because there's really no precedent other than either the China or Japan servers. So that's about that. And yeah, I mean, the other thing we got to watch out for is they only did 1 week of events for us. Maybe I can pull that up really quick here. They only did 1 week of events, and that's odd because they have been doing oops, whoa, there we go. Hey, they have been doing 2-week events at a time. So this starts at January 10th with these events, and they only go January 17th. So they did the 10th to the 17th. That's weird. And they have also been putting in the historic stone stuff. It sounds like, where is it? Fight Soul Wish. Yeah, on the 15th here, we're going to see the new Fight Soul come. Red, this is what I'm talking about. Red Historic Original Stone, I think that's short form for original. Red Historic Original Stone for Alt Historic Stone. I don't know what that is, because I was trying to talk to Karth on the global Discord about this, and I thought maybe they had these red runes in another server, in another region, because I remember there's another level than Ultimate Historics. But in other regions they had Rainbow Historics or something instead of Ultimate, right? The Rainbow were like a level higher. These red things, I don't know what they are. We'll find out on the 15th, I guess. But who knows? Maybe they've gone in their own direction in creating the next level of Historic Stone. So I don't know if they're going to be worth it or not, how much of a stat change they're going to be. Alt Historic Stone for Red Historic Original Stone. I don't know what that is. And then the other thing they had down here, where was the boss draw? They have a Tung Fu Ru boss draw in here, and we haven't even had Tung Fu Ru's we haven't even had Tung Fu Ru's redraw yet. Like, he just came out the other month, right here, on the 12th. I think this might be an error. I think it's going to be a different boss, because the Weapon Egg machine says Mr. Karate, and then they're giving out, in the single lucky draw, they're doing Tung Fu Ru with a Weapon Egg machine for Mr. Karate. I almost think that this might be Mr. Karate, and they've had a typo in here or something, because they have never done a lucky draw in between the initial release and the second draw. The lucky draw always comes after the redraw. So who knows? This event page, again, it's a hot mess. I don't know half of the stuff that's going on in here, and then on top of that, it only goes for 7 days until the 17th. So I suggest you guys save stamina. I'm going to start doing it as of today or tomorrow, whenever the hell I start getting more stamina in, because they're probably going to drop something on us next week. And there's no real big events going on to spend stamina, so you might as well just save it up. We've just had like 2 or 3 weeks of double drops, so if you needed more resources, like, what are you doing leveling an entire team? It's just one of those things you should watch out for. Maybe save up that stamina. But anyways, that's about it of what I can find of some newer stuff that's coming up right now. So I hope you guys liked the state of the game, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.